Cody and I never chose to live monogamy. It's definitely not something I ever would have chosen for myself.
You guys, it is Mary. And we are back with another review of Sister Wives, you guys. We are going to be talking about the latest episode of Sister Wives Season 20. And today we are going to be talking about Robyn making this comment that basically she didn't choose polygamy. She didn't choose monogamy. It was forced onto her. And after that, I think Mary had made a comment saying that, I wasn't going to stay for Robyn's sake so she could say that she lived this life. That wouldn't be fair to me. So I think Mary was a bit offended that Robyn was like, oh, she was forced into this. But I feel like she is forgetting a key part that she contributed to it.
Exactly.
I think Janelle had one time talked about how, Cody was leaving the house one time to go be with another wife. And Ariella got on her hands and knees and was begging him not to go. And Janelle felt like that was poor parenting because she was like, our kids have always known that he has other wives and sometimes he's just going to have to leave. And they accept that and it's never been a problem. So I feel like Robyn did not really help the situation with living polygamy.
Exactly.
And she's like, well, no, we're just trying to have her express herself. Well, you have decided to be in polygamy, so you need to get your kids in order. So I feel like Robyn kind of forced herself in polygamy, into monogamy.
Robyn, when you think of even that time with the Thanksgiving, sitting down her children to say how these people don't want to spend time with you, that kind of thing. Like she's very manipulative as a parent with the kids. I mean, that's what I think. And I hate to talk about somebody's parenting because parenting is hard enough. But I found her to be very manipulative. You're in polygamy. It's for you to explain, especially the way Cody goes off of how Robyn is just so wonderful and does everything right, and she's the best sister wife, and blah 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 blah. And she understands, and she makes time for him, and this and that. You will think with all of that. I mean, if one of Christine's children had done that, can you imagine? Cody will be going off of Christine. How she has poisoned the children. Yeah, and he'll be like, because you hate polygamy, you have now poisoned Gwendolyn or poisoned Isabel to hate it too, to the point that they're on their hands and knees, crying and begging me to stay. You know how awful that makes me feel as I leave to go and see Janelle or Robyn or Mary? Do you know how awful that is, Christine? And then he will go and talk about her, gossip about her to all the other wives. But he didn't do that with Robyn.
Yeah.
Because with Robyn, he stretches himself. Whatever issues he has, things that irritate him don't irritate him when Robyn is involved.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like what Christine says. He has a favorite wife.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah,
and there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, Robyn really forced this on herself. Like, really has nobody to blame. Like, I feel like her and Cody both lack accountability, and they be playing victim when things don't go their way. And then Robyn's like, I didn't want this life. I didn't choose this life. But you didn't help him to be a polygamist. Like, you didn't help him to, you didn't push him to be a plural husband. You tried to get in between relationships with the wife and their husband. Like, you trying to tell Christine, why aren't you massaging him anymore? That's not your business. Like, when he's telling you stuff about the sister wives, you should be telling him, don't talk to me, go talk to them. Because sometimes when you vent your problems to somebody else all the time instead of just talking to your partner, you start using that person as a crutch for your relationships. And that's what Mary did. And where did that get her? Cody, the one that left her after she had been holding on for 60 damn years. So
we have to remember that Robyn, she lived I mean, when I look at her father, I just felt like he just had a mistress, which was Robyn's mom. That's how I felt. Because he lived in a different state. He was with her. Okay, she calls it polygamy, but it doesn't seem as though it was polygamy, right?
Yeah.
Lived with her in a different state, was with her, and I wonder how many times he was with her, because she says that they always have this honeymoon phase. And then I was recently watching a show, an episode where Robyn was giving birth, and she was saying the father was always there, not her biological father, but this father, right? The father the mother married later on. That he was there for all the birth of her children. She had all her kids at home, and this father. I also found it a little weird. Like Cody was there with Robyn, like on the side of Robyn, and the father seemed like he was sitting, like right in front, like where the baby's coming. It was just weird to me. I mean, like it just was. Like I remember when I was giving birth to your brother. And my brother, my younger brother, right after me, Uncle Malik, ran in the room. And it's like, because my sister was there, his wife at the time was there with me. And I'm in the middle of labor, and he runs in like he now wants to be my coach. I lost my mind. Like, get the hell out of here! I don't want you here. Wow, I'm all open like this, and like,
yeah,
you're my brother. I love you. You know, I just found it weird. Like weird, and I was just like, what are you doing in the room?
Yeah, I would never while I'm giving birth.
I'm not trying to put some kind of weird on their relationship, but it was very weird. It would be very interesting to do a deep dive in that whole thing too, to see what's going on. But like Robyn has never really lived polygamy. Certainly not like probably even Mary's mom, or the way Mary grew up, or the way Christine grew up, right? Robyn hasn't really lived that before.
Right.
So she doesn't really know how to share. She's never really had to share. I don't know if this man was the father, her stepfather. If he was in her mother's house the whole time, instead of being with the first wife. I don't know what he was up to. Yeah, I mean, he seems as though he's always been around for Robyn, right?
Yeah.
But so she's never really lived polygamy before. Like having to share your husband, really share him. You met this family working like a fine-tuned machine. Okay? And once every 3 days they see the husband. And you come in and it's like, no. I'm gonna use everything in the book to not even in the book, in your little book. To making some kind of weird picture where I'm going to move time and Cody will be there holding my babies when there were babies, even though he was nowhere around you at the time. I'm going to do that. I'm going to use my daughter here, Aurora, to be crying and getting on her hands and knees and begging him not to go.
Yeah, that was so
like isn't Aurora the same age as who was it? Savannah or something? No, Savannah and Brienne are the same age, right? Like Aurora, maybe the same age as Isabel or something.
Well, it was Ariella, not Aurora. It was Ariella, his young girl, the one that he has with Robyn.
You mean the youngest?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, even that. Why would she be crying, Dad, don't go away, whatever? She should sit him down and explain. Well, honey, you know that Dad has to go. He goes every 3 days to XYZ. But the thing is, from the very beginning, Cody made it a priority. Cody decided when he met Robyn, she was going to take priority. He had looked at other families and decided, look, like he told Mary, I mean, there are some families who, you're not with the person for how long? They don't have a romantic relationship at all, but they're still together. He said the same thing to Christine. So he had decided, based on what he has seen from other selfish men in this faith, he had decided, I now have a fourth wife who I want to be with her, everyone has to take a back seat. Probably except for Janelle, because I'm really enjoying my time with her. Right? And she probably wouldn't put up with, if I don't come around. And it's minimal anyway. So, she doesn't require much, so I can do that. But remember, he was even saying, like, he will go home. He has to get home to put the kids to bed every night. He was doing that from the very beginning. When we read Christine's book.
Yeah.
He was going to tuck the kids in every single night. But he could not do that for Christine's children. When she was working at night and pregnant.
Yeah, so
And he was in the same bed. But with Robyn, you gotta go tuck in her kids every single night. It doesn't matter who you're with. You will leave their house to go make sure you tuck in her kids.
Yeah.
Because you gotta assimilate them. They're not assimilating to the family. You are assimilating to them. Because he had decided when he was with Robyn, all these other women, apart from them bringing in the money, they can just move on. He had kind of put each of them in their compartment. Mary, you're going to be in the compartment, you're going to give me money. You're going to give us money, okay? And we will use you how we need to use you. And you will be that person I can go to talk about Robyn. And you will be happy that I'm spending any time with you because I was not spending any time with you, period.
Yeah.
Janelle, you're my girl. We hang out. And we have this amazing sex life. So you're there, you're fine, you're good. Christine, you're too much for me. Because you're demanding. You organize the kids. Janelle is a piece because you're taking care of her kids too. You organize the home and stuff like that. I wish you could kind of be Robyn's nanny. I'm not really sure why that's not working out. That's not working out, Cody, because Robyn doesn't want her kids loving Christine.
Right.
So that was never going to work, no matter what. Okay, but Robyn will still continue to whisper and say, "Oh my God, I need so much help." But Christine stays busy with Janelle's kids. She will continue to pull those hints. So Cody stays mad at Christine.
Yeah.
So he had Christine over here, like, okay, I'm not really feeling you. I've never really felt you, but you're kind of royalty. I need you. In my life, kind of, sort of, but not for that.
Right.
But you're not giving me room to do whatever it is that I want to do. You don't allow me to walk over you completely. So you're kind of a nag.
Yeah.
You want me to be better than I am, and it's really pissing me off because I only want to be better for Robyn. That's it. And then Robyn, you have it in the compartment of the love of your life.
Yeah. It's tragic.
I mean, something had to. Something had to give. But Robyn, you came into this household as though, you say you didn't want monogamy, but through your actions, we will never know you didn't want monogamy. I mean, I knew you weren't like feeling Cody like physically. But through your actions, we will know that you didn't want Cody just for yourself. Money-wise, but you really wanted the wives, though. She does want the wives to be peeping in. Probably like her mom's life.
Yeah.
Maybe that wife was peeping in. Maybe that wife was calling her husband when he was gone to come home. When are you coming home? And maybe she saw the triumph in her mother's face and was like, yeah, that's what I want in my life. I want to be triumphant like that. When a woman is wanting what I have and she can't have it.
Yeah.
But what you fail to understand is that the women that Cody had, these are strong women. It's only for so long they're going to put up with this nonsense. I mean, that's one thing that I thought when we met these women, right? That they are all strong in their right. And they were not going to put up with it.
Yeah.
forever. They weren't, including Mary. Including Mary.
Yeah. I mean, Mary finally was able to leave Cody, which I'm happy about. And she, you know, she's not looking back. You know, so I feel like,
Yeah, she's not.
yeah,
She's not, and she's standing her ground even with Robyn. And she's finally seen the truth of it. But I love Mary because she sees the truth of it, but she's not allowing herself to stay hurt because of it. I love the way that these women like have healed. You know, when I look at Mary, I look at Christine in different ways, but they are certainly on that healing journey or very to the point of being healed. Both of them.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say Janelle never really cared enough to be healing, done anything to heal. But it's a hurting thing though, because of what happened with her, her son, her baby. Yeah,
Absolutely.
kids will always be babies to the parents. It's her baby. He was a man, but always be her baby.
Yeah. But yes, y'all, it is Mary.
And Anna.
Leave a comment down
Mary, are you going to share? I want you to share your picture with our YouTube family. Are you going to share the picture?
Yes, I will share a
Save the
picture.
agenda.
Yes, I will. I will definitely be doing that this week, you guys, just to share a little update about my pregnancy.
No.
Yes,
Okay.
no. But we will see you guys on the next video. And please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and give us some hype points if you enjoyed this video.
Bye.
Bye.